Hey everyone, welcome to Mobility Monday. Today we're going to go over the single leg layout, keeping up with that trend of working on the posterior chain, everything from passive stretching to now a lot more activation. The first step is to start with a good setup. So you're going to have a slight bend in that knee that we're keeping grounded, the leg we're keeping grounded. All right, and then you're going to shift your weight onto that front foot, really trying to lengthen yourself out. And then once you get as far as you can, you're driving that knee in. You can see my lower leg, the muscles are engaging. You can see my hamstrings getting a little bit of a stretch. And then I'm powering through, squeezing that glute at the top. All right, so we're getting total activation here. Really reaching, try and extend as far as you can. Getting a little bit further each time. Sending the leg back, arms out in front, finding that balance point, and then driving. So not only are we getting a good little stretch, a little bit of loading, but then we're getting a little bit of speed of contraction in there as well to warm you up. The next variation gets even a little bit more dynamic, so we're just adding a step between. So you start reaching out just like we did on the first phase, drive, take a couple of steps. Now you're doing the same thing again. A little bit extra knee stability here, a little bit extra focus with the steps in between. As always, if you have trouble balancing, a good key is to look at something that's not moving. So if you're trying to look in a mirror, you're always following your body, then you're going to lose balance a little bit more. It makes it a little bit more challenging. If you find a spot on the ground that's not moving, it'll help you really control yourself and give you a little bit more focus. The last variation you can do is you can add some angles to this exercise. So here we start with our straightforward positioning. All right, really finding that balance, going straight out, straight back in, driving the knee. Now you can send the arms out to the left or right side of your body, still keeping that knee relatively straight, and then driving back in. It's going to add a little extra challenge to it. Might activate the hamstrings in a slightly different pattern. All right, but it's still, that knee should be pointed straight ahead, relatively straight. You're still trying to keep your balance and control. So this is one thing you can do. If you have a wall nearby, you can reach out, try to touch the wall at different spots. If you're out there on the course, you could use a partner, have them put their hand at different locations, or even use like a tree or something like that to really find different points to touch. Again, that's going to help warm you up just a little bit differently. It's going to dig into that hamstring a little bit, different angles as well, and help get you activated. The last movement we'll go over today is the hip hinge with the band. This is a great tool if you're warming up for a deadlift set in the gym, or even getting ready for your race out on the course or getting ready for a swim. It's going to really activate the glutes, get the hips firing a little bit. So the key is have good tension on the band. The band should be slightly below your hips, about mid-thigh all the way even down to the knee for the attachment point. And then all you're doing, you're lowering down, really digging into the hamstrings just like the other exercises, and then firing forward as fast as you can. So again, this is going to really hit those hips. It's going to get the glutes activated as well.